Good evening, everyone, and welcome. This is the Infinitude series number 2. My name's Muzz, and joined on the decks by Herbie. Herbie, how you doing?
Not bad. Looking forward to getting into this stream. It's the back end of the Infinitude series, which has been running for a couple of hours now. And tonight we are bringing you the quarterfinal, a semi final, and the final itself. The latter two, which will be best of 7 matches. Very spicy in a tournament with a lot of intrigue, of course. Plenty of teams signing up that Slipstream as a whole won't be familiar with, non participants in the ECC and NSG are one of them. Damaging Gold, on the other hand, in the Champions Conference and expected to put up a good, exciting match here in the quarters.
Yeah, really decent series coming up to this quarterfinal. NSG and Damic Inc. Gold both unbeaten. Of course, they were single elimination series, but better than that, they were 3-0 in basically the whole way through. Damage Inc. Gold. Now they just beat Victory Esports 3 games to 1, so that did go to the game 4. And NSG, though, on the other side, they're actually unbeaten, 3-0. They 3-0'd everyone the whole way through, Herbie. So I think we've got a fantastic quarterfinals here on our hands, I would say.
Yeah, of course, it'll be tricky for us to offer up predictions with this sort of unknown quantity of NSG, but of course, this is the quarterfinal stage, so they've come this far. And as you mentioned, some dominant performances so far against teams that we are more familiar with. So it will be an exciting match, and well, let's hope we see 5 games out of it.
Yeah, no, I think we're going to be pushed to a game 5 with the caliber of these teams. I mean, of course, making their way quite almost seamlessly through to this quarterfinal. Damaging, maybe struggling just a little bit off victory, but a 3-1 definitely doesn't seem struggling to me. And away we go. So Cohen pushing the ball already into the orange half, very close. There, indeed, Damage taking a little bit of pressure. He has Drykolk. Oof. Okay, push it out to the side. It's going to be Dark Kant. It's going to be able to pick it up. Can it be? Oh, okay. So, just a little bit of pressure from both sides right now. Hobie just kind of back and forth. No one maybe committing too dangerously right now. Oh, very close there from Dark Kant.
Yeah, of course, both of these teams will be very aware of the stakes they're at here, win or go home. So, no surprise that we've not seen any goals early on. Both teams have had their chances to go forward. So, you certainly wouldn't suggest that either of these teams are clearly better than the other in the first 45 seconds or so of the game, and that's good to see.
Yeah. No, I agree with that as well. I mean, we've seen, both teams fought hard to get here. It is the quarterfinals, decent best of 5 on our hands. Just going to Cone going up. Can he get the second touch? Dry. Oh, close. Is fumbling with the ball. It's going to be crossed by Victorian is up. Okay, so easy, damaging, able to get that ball out. Great defensive play from this team. So I think it's going to be tough. We might get a lot of overtime share and potentially that game 5 as well. Would be fantastic to see. This goalless game so far. Floor prints are coming out from Drykolk. So nothing happening there. Cohen, he's going to be able to get it out quite easily. Finds Kulu. Onto the side play. Victorian picks it up, trying to play to his own corner. Cohen. Oh, okay. Little nudge back there from Kilu. Unfortunately, Orange is going to be able to pick it up off his hands.
Just the one shot on target so far between both of these teams. Very end-to-end stuff here. Lots of possession in midfield. No real foothold in possession for either side. Damaging Gold, the latest to attack though, and Dark Count goes for this one. Banks it off the back wall. Cone is up there, but misses on the clearance, and that'll allow Victarion to slip in behind and score the opener for Damaging Gold.
Yeah, and maybe an unfortunate touch there from Cone as he, gets that touch off the hood and he tries to get off the back of the backboard. But yeah, Victarion with a decent goal. This is her first blood going to Damage Inc. And what did I say? If you win the first game of the series, does it guarantee? If you win the first game of the series, does it guarantee the whole thing? I don't know, Herbie, if you believe in such wives' tales.
Definitely not. Seen plenty of examples of teams winning game 1 as heavily as 9-0 and then going on to lose the series. Anything can happen when it's a best of 5, and especially when you get to the best of 7s in the latter rounds. But
Yeah.
Damaging will be feeling good to have scored their first shot. It will be preying on the mind of NSG at the moment, but had they just saved that one shot, they'd be right in this at the moment.
And Victarion just taken off Drykolk's hands. Back to blue position. Dark Kant's here, going to land onto Cone. Wait. Oh, very close there. Decent attack here coming out from Damage Inc. Ruler there applying decent pressure as Victorian does as well. Cone's gonna be able to pick it up, finds Drycork. Long shot! Oh my word, and the post. Drycork with a follow-up again. Victorian's gonna keep it out. So close there for NSG to pick up that long shot. And then, of course, just went wide. I think, when a ball gets shot from that long, you maybe can't guarantee your accuracy too much. And yeah, unfortunately...
it was a great last save there by Dark Count on the follow-up opportunity on the rebound. It was a really dangerous chance, and they had plenty of net to shoot at, but Dark Count made themselves big. It's good goaltending technique. NSG, though, they're starting to crank up the pressure a bit here. 6 shots on target between the 3 players, but no goal to show for it yet as we're into the last 90 seconds.
Oh, well, there we go. So, I mean, okay, so 7 shots, Herbie with the 1 converted so far. So Cone, listening in and saying, okay, it is time to pop it in. And of course, decent goal there from the right-hand side of the box gets it in. So that's the equalizer here for NSG. Still game number 1 with 1.5 minutes left to go. So it's pretty fire right now. A lot of back and forth play. Like I said, it's end to end. And yeah, definitely exciting right now. Not sure what Ruler's doing on the top of his roof. Messing around a little bit. Victorian's gonna be able to pick it up. He's got to play out of his own corner. Oh, almost got a bump here. It's long. Can it go down? Wide. A lot of wide balls coming at you. Crossbar getting a little bit more action than either one of these teams. Kilu's gonna bring it down. Yes. All right. So there we go. And that is gonna be NSG taking the lead for the first time. Cone with the decent touch onto wall and Kilu finding that rebound. Very decent goal.
Yeah, NSG have really cranked up the pressure in the last minute or so. Since Damage Inc. Gold took the lead in this game, they've not really had much opportunity to go forwards, and NSG, to their credit, they responded very well to going behind. They didn't look fazed by it at all, but, well, we've got Damage Inc. Gold now on the attack for themselves. Ruler tries to bank this one into the middle. Dark Count look to send it further forwards, but instead NSG will pile forwards on the counter. Ruler gets a demo on Kilu that will allow Victorian to step into midfield, but Drycolt steals it back, fakes one defender, and bangs it past the second. Great solo play to open up a 2-goal lead.
Gets past one, beats Victorian as well. Victorian kind of gets you at the awkward touch. Yeah, and Drycolt did an absolutely phenomenal, yeah, like you said, the solo play and the mechanical skill just to get past everyone. So decent. So picks up the 3rd for his team. Nice 2-goal difference right now. And we're coming to the tail end of the first game, and NSG cementing the victory, it looks like right now. Maybe if there's enough time, we can get a last goal, either coming up for Damage Inc. or NSG. I mean, if it goes NSG's way, that's fantastic for them. That's going to be up by 4. But yeah, I mean,
they could do with at least a couple of opportunities in these last 15 seconds or so, because NSG, they're really cranking it up. They're looking for an extra goal for themselves here. It will be worrying for Damage Inc. Gold, the fashion in which they took the lead in this game 1, to go down in such really heavy fashion, because at the beginning of the game it looked like it was going to be so close and maybe go as far as overtime, but NSG took control in the midpoint.
Yeah, they definitely did. I mean, it's, you get 5-minute games, and of course that early goal I suppose it doesn't really say too much, kind of as the teams get used to each other and warmed up a little bit. And there we go. So NSG 3-1, and yeah, Drycork, fantastic solo play. There 5 shots coming out as well, so decent play here from NSG. But it's a long series. We've got the best of 5. I don't know, Herbie, if you see the series going any other way. Is NSG kind of stamping that authority? As we saw, they did 3-0 their whole way through to the quarters. So,
well, of course, I mentioned game 1. Winning game 1 doesn't guarantee you the series win, but it helps. And that was a good way to win game 1 for NSG. You want to come from behind to take these games. It makes your mark. And, well, they've got a chance to go 2-0 up in the series now. And given how used to doing that they've been so far in this bracket, sweeping every team in their path, Damage Inc. Gold will want to get back into this series right now, not leaving it to chance on the possibility of a reverse sweep.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing there with Damage Inc., they only had the 1 player take the 3 shots as well. So the other 2, weren't really contributing as much offensively up front. So they're going to have to, possibly change that just a little bit, feed a bit more balls around the team, and, get some different third mans up attacking. So hopefully we are going to see more shots coming out from Blue, as Ruler already jumps in. quite aggressively there. But yeah, hopefully we're going to get damaging just to do a little bit more.
Yeah, just getting that first goal won't be enough for them. You'd think
Yeah.
they're going to need to open up a multi-goal lead. Well, they're doing their best to make that happen here, as they pretty much kept the ball in the NSG half for the first 20 seconds. But now NSG will break out, and Cone banks this one off the attacking corner. Kilu follows it up. Dark Count will get it away, but it's not a hugely powerful clear. Dryco will get onto this. Dark Count gives it away to Cone in the danger area, but Damaging clear their lines, and it does stay 0-0 for the time being.
Boom coming out there onto Ruler as well. So Drycork, lateral play. Ruler's going to be pinging it all the way out of his own corner. Cone. Oh, they've got a man camping on post. I like that. But it's not going to work. Kilu picks up. I like that. Just a bit of a sneaky camp in there coming up from TSG. And Drycork was hoping maybe if he could get a touch, he could just bring it straight down onto the goal. That didn't work, so Damaging keeping them out. But it's going to be Cone coming in from the side, popping into the bottom left-hand corner.
Yeah, pretty straightforward finish from Cone there. The double commit on that wing from Damaging Gold opened up the space for Cone to run in behind him. Well, if you present a Supersonic Legend tournament winner with that kind of open net, I think it's safe to say they're going to capitalise.
Oh yes, no, you do not miss at that level at all. Alright, so Drycork with a decent aerial play brings it down. Dog Count's going to keep him out. Drycork again should be able to pop it. Oh, and he uses the back of the vehicle. Love this little bum butt. The butt bump.
Well, they were in position for it, and again, open net on that side. Why not? NSG looking in control of this game 2 of the series as well. The warning signs are going to be flashing for Damaging Gold. This was a game that they really needed to win to keep themselves in with a strong chance of winning the series, and they're being outworked again. Losing the ball a lot in midfield like Victarion did there, as Dryco was in there with the interception.
Yeah, very decent kind of possession coming up from NSG, and when they hold the ball, they really do. And like you said, kind of, you know, not throwing away their position too much like we're getting here from Damaging. As we see Kilu finding Drycork. They just seem to be able to do so well with this ball, because Konya is making a play. It's going to bring it down. That's a little awkward for Victarion. Beautiful save, though. All right, so not as awkward as it could have been. Victarion picks the ball. Quick counter-attack. Drycork's going to be able to pick them up into the corner. Can he bring it down? Is the second man here in the mid? Cone's going to pop it out. Decent touch from the nose. Dark Count's in here. Doesn't have anything in the tank, though. Zizi's going to be able to run back. He's going to pick up the 12, so that's fine. Kilu now on the counter. Hits it up into the ceiling. Drycork picks it up. They're just able to find each other everywhere, Herbie. Kind of blue always finds blue. They don't really seem to struggle on the transitional plays.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Damaging Gold, that isn't going both ways at the moment. They've been strongest when they've been set up in their defensive third, defending plays in the attacking third from NSG, but their own transition game has been pretty weak. Their shots have not really come off passes, but more the individual efforts of players. Victarion's going to have one of their own here, and they do get it on target, so there is life in this game for Damaging Gold as they're back within 1 as we enter the second half of game 2.
And they're only the second shot coming out from Damage Inc., and that's going to be Victarion picking up the goal. So, all right, we got the 1 goal difference, and quite a lot of time left on this clock. Ruler with the quick ball, Drycork, and Dark Count getting the demo. So he's going to be played from the ceiling. Kilu with the bump. There it is. That's how you play Rocket League. NSG know what they need to do. Beautiful, beautiful bump here coming up from Kilu in the box.
Yeah, 2 touches up there from Drycork. Very difficult to save when a player has that much ball control in the air. They've got so much angle to work with, you just never know where the ball's going to go. And it's 3-1 now, but Damaging Gold trying to strike on the counter-attack here, and Ruler gets a shot on, but Cone was in position to make the save. Victarion will bank this one back off the attacking corner, but Kilu denies that and gets the extra touch over the halfway line.
Oh, just exciting Rocket League coming up from both these teams, and this is only game 2. I was hoping it would go all the distance. I don't have Damage Inc. Don't manage to come back here, then of course, you know, maybe it will be a short series as Kilu comes on the attack. Cut out from Dark Count. He's going to be able to pop it down. Can Ruler do much? He's going to be able to bring it from the heavens. Beautiful goal, and now they are just 1 behind.
A rare defensive lapse there from NSG. All 3 of their players positioned in the opposition half, as that 50 right up near the ceiling was one that they needed to win and did not do so. So a couple of goals now for Damaging Gold in this game. I think their hopes are perhaps rekindling in the last minute or so. I think they've been just about the better team, but they do need more.
Well, let's see if that BMT is going to be able to be here on Damage Inc. side, or is NSG going to be able to win by the 1 goal difference? We got Killer here taking the ball forward. Cohen's going to have to play that at his own corner. Ruler, can he block them out? He's flipping all the way downfield. Victorian with its save. Bit of a weak shot from Cohen, so that's fine. Ruler, now bump off his companion's head. This goes long. Victorian still got the ball. Cohen be able to play it out. Does Cav Killer behind him. Dry call. Maybe not as fancy a shot as he wanted there, but okay. Second touch is coming. Ruler with the keep out. All right, so that's fine.
Killer now trying to drop the ball down for Cohen. Just missing on that opportunity, but yeah, 40 seconds to go, and it is NSG in exactly where they want the ball at the moment. Damaging Gold haven't really had a clear sight of goal since they pulled one back. Double demo there in midfield will free up some space on the ground. Killu tries to prevent the ball from getting there, and Drycolt helps it on. Off the attacking corner, it banks back for Cohen favourably, who looks for Killu in the middle. Good kill off the game here, but Ruler gets in there to take it away.
That was extremely close. I mean, Killu could have just, he hit the nice proverbial nail in the coffin, but they are still up by 1, so it's fine. They're going to have to just kill this ball. There's a last-ditch attempt here coming out from Damage Inc. Victorian, can they keep this up? He's going to find Dark Count on the opposite side. Into mid. All right, should be blue to kill this ball. It's still live. Okay, is it going to be Killu? Oh, my word. NSG right now, they kept this ball up the whole entire way. Look at this. Phenomenal.
Unbelievable pass and finish there to seal the deal for NSG. I didn't think they'd get that far down the pitch, and Killu banked it in off that nice area between the crossbar and the post and downwards. That is a hallmark of a good finish. And NSG, they deserved this one as well. They outshot Damage Inc. Gold, they outscored them. Simply put, they've been the better team through 2 games, and they're now going to have an opportunity to win the series.
Yeah, and I mean, talking about the shots, talking about the goals, I mean, the mechanical play now at the end as well was phenomenal. Drykolk just showing us his proficiency up in the air. And then, of course, Killu just saying, well, thank you for coming. Pops it into that top left-hand corner in the sweet spot at that 0-0 second, Herbie. And yeah, Damage Inc. are feeling it right now. They did beat Victory. They kind of coming off this nice booster, this morale booster. But NSG, they've been waiting in this quarters, and they kind of... Yeah, things are looking a little dangerous right now, obviously with the series point at the moment. So, Damage Inc., reverse sweep, it's possible. Does it look unlikely? Kind of.
Well, some teams, they have to temper their expectations, of course. This is a bracket tournament. The winner gets €100. The further and further you get along, the more good teams are going to be going home empty-handed. Yeah. Damage Inc. Gold could join that increasing number if they are not reverse sweep here. I would like to see them at least get a game. They're clearly deserving of their place in the quarterfinals. I want to see them put something on the board.
They deserve it indeed. So let's hopefully we can get pushed to a game 4. We're hoping for a game 5. We can do our best just to keep our fingers crossed. Very close to Victorian, almost picked up the first goal of game number 3. And of course, Cohen keeping that out quite easy. Killu goes across face. Whew. Very close there, so kept out again by Damage Inc. Gold. 2 saves already in the first 30 seconds, so shots coming in galore. And of course, I think the pace is going to be set for game 3. It's definitely coming in hot here. Ruler, decent pinch, so picks up the damage. A long shot. Drykolk, he's going to keep it out. Cohen with the save and the pickup. He's going to pop it out inside. Ruler's got to play from his corner. Doesn't have much left in the tank to do it. He does get past Killu, so if they can carry on going. Dark Count. Ooh, Cohen, though, on the defensive rotation. Decent save. It's coming across. Killu and NSG. They are the Spartan wall right now.
Cohen gets this one out, and Killu will help it on, but a bit of a weak touch will allow Ruler the opportunity for a set shot from distance. Drykolt gets that one out to the corner. Victorian sends it back in, and Cohen makes another save. Damage Inc. Gold are throwing everything at the net right now, but worryingly, they're not scoring. NSG, I feel, could counter and get that opening goal at any time. Damage Inc. Gold really need to put some results onto these performances.
Yeah, 5 saves already coming out from NSG, so they are doing super well at the back. And of course, like you said, Damage Inc. throwing the ball at that goal as much as they can. He has Victarion with the pinch. Cone's going to pick it up. He's going to lob it all the way down. Killer with the decent stop. Drycork, unfortunately, not been that third man to jump up and get the ball, but it's okay. He's going to control the ball here in the mid. It's going to be Cone. He's going to hit the post. He's going to get the second touch from Drycork. Sadly, goes a little bit astray. Cone. Whoa. NSG, they've got the saves, and boy, do they have the shots as well. 100 here, picked up by Ruler, steals it from Kilo. Kilo is quite hungry for that, but it's not going to happen. Kilo, can he bring it down? It's going to be Drycork, out by Victarion. Game 3 is absolutely fire right now, Herbie.
Yeah, damaging gold, they're certainly not giving up yet. As long as they're not behind, they'll have some belief. But they could be going behind here as Cone is there. And all three NSG players involved in the attack, even though Drycolt didn't get onto the end of that pass from Killu. They certainly did enough to make the defenders worry, and Ruler's clearance, unfortunately, straight into the path of the onrushing Cone. And it's 1-0 to NSG now, 2 minutes and 39 seconds away from a place in the semi-finals.
Yeah, a lot of work coming up from NSG. You know, they kind of had a decent amount of saves early, and they already got the 6 shots on goal. Almost another one from Cone. He has Killu with the... There it is. Okay, bottom right-hand corner as he gets past Ruler quite easily. Killu actually shooting, running in from halfway, basically, to beat Victarion. Victarion can't get that air roll to the left, so... Your words aren't even cold, Herbie, and that's NSG already with their second.
Yeah, that might be the bursting of the bubble for Damage Inc. unless they can make something happen really quickly. But for spending those first couple of minutes on the attack, it happened in exactly the way I foresaw it. NSG were able to come forwards after absorbing some pressure of their own. And unfortunately, Damage Inc. Gold just not as capable as taking it on for themselves as Killu gets a third goal here for NSG. They are in cruise control now as we approach the final 2 minutes.
And Cone with a decent pickup out of that corner, just setting up Killu, who was waiting in the center of the field just to pop it down into the back of the goal. So yeah, NSG in quite a commanding lead right now. You know, there is the 2 minutes left on the clock, but Damage Inc., they have to do a lot of work if they want to beat these guys, and that's Cone picking up the 4th for the team and his personal second. 4 shots from Cone as well, so absolute just balls and balls getting fired at Damage Inc. at the moment.
Yeah, still 2 minutes to go, and well, a 4-goal comeback is a very difficult beast to try and take on. So I think for Damage Inc., if you're thinking this is your last game of the tournament, give it some welly, score a goal or two, finish on a high note. They've been in this tournament for a while now. They've won some very good matches to get as far as the quarterfinals. You're on stream at the moment. Show us what you got.
Oof.
We very nearly concede a 5th goal here, but we'll have an opportunity to go the other way.
Unfortunate bump there. Killu just, Ruler, I think it was, just taking that ball up, and of course he got bounced off the ball and now back into the NSG possession. They don't lose too much when they hold the ball. I mean, that's kind of been the big difference here, that when NSG hold the ball and play it up into the opposing half, they do so well to do so. I mean, this play there between Cone and Killu was phenomenal. Did get kept out by Ruler, and now Dark can't, but I mean, beat basically all 3 of them. And that's Cone picking up his hat-trick.
NSG are making a statement right now. It's one team clearly advancing to the semi-finals against one that is currently off colour and heading out. Of course, NSG, they're going to be hoping that they're just about to head into the peak of their powers as they approach the semi-final and the grand finals. It'll be best of 7 time. So the fatigue perhaps from these matches earlier in the afternoon and evening will be beginning to settle in. So good for them to try and get this one done and dusted in 3 games and move on to perhaps the more difficult equations for them.
I kind of do wonder if that best of 7 gets you a little more excited, or if, like you said, you do feel the fatigue. I think, you know, you get kind of a player's high right now, and just the morale's so decent in the camp that I think that best of 7 maybe it's not even too much of a stressor here for NSG. I think they're just feeling quite pumped, and like you said, decent amount of cash on the line for these guys. So Cone, he's gonna play out the last 30 seconds here with some decent control, tries to get past Victarion, doesn't really work too well, but I think it's okay for NSG. They've had quite a stellar series in this game 3, you know, 5 goals up, they're doing quite well. Bump onto Dark Count. You know, they really are not allowing Damage Inc. to get any consolation goals, but Victarion and 4 shots from him, so slowly but surely, you know, very well done here from Damaging, just chipping away. And of course, you know, that goal box was wide open for Victorian, so well done.
Yeah, nice for Damaging Girl to get one back. They've got 12 seconds left to perhaps make something else happen. And this is a very good kickoff for them. In fact, it will bank off the attacking corner. Cleared out by Dry Colt to the halfway line. My Dark Count is ready to collect it. What did I have? And that ball is taken away by Killu, and that will be it. NSG sweep this series and will move on to the semi-finals.
Oh, and that, yeah, what a fantastic series that was. NSG just kind of commanded from the beginning. We did have that early lead from Damaging in game one, and then it kind of just fell apart a little as NSG really got into their stride, and then Damaging, they just couldn't do too much. Now, of course, quite a thriller game 3, 5 goals to 1. So exceptional play from NSG, and yeah, that's going to be them through to the semi-finals. And of course, I think for that series, Herbie, you getting joined by a very special individual. Cheesecake should be coming onto the decks in a short while.
Yes, we will be heading into a short break now, but when we are back, the first of 2 best of 7s this evening, and it is between 1-2-3, who just scraped past Mercury Esports by a 5-game series in the quarterfinals. They'll be against Freezer Crowd, who had it much easier against Loud Esport with a 3-0 sweep. Should be very exciting, so don't go anywhere.